It's Wednesday, June 10th. We're sitting outside for a little bit before it gets too hot for both of us. I think it's supposed to be like in the 80s or so today, and we're expecting rain later and tomorrow. So I wanted us to get out a little bit before my doctor's appointment, which is at 11:45. We're seeing endocrinology. Hopefully it is a very productive appointment. I have questions, and I'm definitely looking forward to hearing his insight about the adrenal gland tumor. So right now I'm just enjoying some tea leaves, Irish breakfast tea, and we're going to be doing some Bible study stuff, and we'll just see what else I end up doing. Alright, see y'all soon. Just had the idea to show you all like some of our plants. Like that would be actually a good idea. This one the kids got, my siblings, for my mom, just because the planter, how it looks. I thought that was so funny. I think this is the pepper plant, I believe. Hey guys, so it is now Friday. I did not end up picking up the camera again after my endocrinologist appointment. There was a lot of information, and a lot of information I was not anticipating. So I ended up taking off the entire afternoon. And to be honest, I wasn't feeling the best going into the appointment. I started not feeling well, and I was realizing that my hormones were probably kicking up. So when that happens, it's really hard for me to focus and to really get anything done. A lot of the emotional stuff does take over, and the pain kicks up, and then I can have trouble breathing and other symptoms. So we took the afternoon off. I ended up just painting, which was great. It's something I enjoy doing, and of course Christmas stuff, because that's kind of somehow become my specialty. And I finished reading and listening to the Bible study Missing Pieces, which you saw a clip of the book a couple seconds ago. So that was really enjoyable. So it's, I guess, hard like to know sometimes where to start with these appointments. I was anticipating, honestly, being able to get this surgery done at my hospital. Apparently, I am the 5th or 6th individual who's had this type of tumor, and I'm not even sure if it's just an adrenal gland tumor. I believe it is, not like my particular type. So I'm thinking I'm probably within 1 to 3 of individuals who have had my specific type of adrenal gland tumor. So the hospital is not super familiar with my type of tumor. They have never removed this type of tumor or any adrenal gland tumor. Everybody is apparently referred out, which I was not anticipating. It did hit me kind of hard, because at first I was like, no, you can't make me go to another hospital. I need to have it done here. All my specialists are here. I'm obviously more comfortable there. So it was like a little bit nerve-wracking when he had said that, especially with so many underlying conditions. And so he didn't really think like even about my other conditions or anything. We're just hoping that they should have, since they're more specialized. It's an academic center. They should have knowledge about all my conditions, but it is really nerve-wracking, especially more so for me personally due to the Ehlers-Danlos, the postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and the mast cell activation syndrome. That's, I think, what makes it a little bit more nerve-wracking. It is going to be further from home, which is a little bit difficult when you're dealing with so many symptoms and weakness and all the things. And then I found out that at this hospital, they're only allowing visitors 2 hours a day. It's one family member for 2 hours a day, and it is late in the day, which is kind of hard. Like I said, it is quite a drive, so not feeling real great about that. I was a little bit upset, not gonna lie. And the day of surgery, I'm permitted to have one relative wait in the building for me. And that relative cannot leave the building. If they leave the building, they're not allowed to come back in. So the thing, though, I found very bizarre about this policy is COVID patients have the same policy. COVID patients are allowed visitors for 2 hours a day. I was not completely understanding that. Endocrinology, honestly, gave me just so much information in general, and he kind of just starts talking sometimes, and he doesn't like come up for air, and he means well, but a few times was like, hello, like I feel like I need to raise my hand. So we were just like sorting through, trying to figure out. We had 2 hospitals to choose from. We're going with one right now in New York because I had 2 options, New York or New Jersey. The New Jersey one I was trying to get information from. Unfortunately, the recordings that I was hearing was making us uncomfortable. And when I was asking questions, nobody had answers. I kept getting like transferred, and it got to the point after, doing that for 30 minutes that we were like, we'll just go with the other hospital because the referral had already been sent over. They already had my records. So we were like, we'll just go with them at this point, like for the consultation and just see what happens. But they were like, this is like the weirdest recording in my opinion. It was, if you have coronavirus-like symptoms, it is likely not the virus. It's likely seasonal allergies or the flu. So make sure to get your flu shot. And I was like, what? And so I was telling my mom that, and she's like, yeah, if they're not like truly screening for COVID patients, that can like obviously put me in a bad position as well. So, so right now I'm looking into a center in Albany, New York. Which, like I said, is quite a drive, but my doctor had been really hoping for me to have a telehealth with this physician. However, they will not allow me to do telehealth because I'm a new patient. So we're going up to Albany. There's a chance that I will need another scan. I believe it's an MIB scan or something, or like a PET scan to check for additional tumors. There is a high possibility that I have tumors somewhere else. Was there something else? So yeah, I have that consultation with the surgeon next Friday, which it was a little bit of a pain to try to get the appointment. I kind of like just got to the point that with just all the stress and everything, I just kind of threw up my hands. It was like, you know what, I need a break, I'm done. And my mom had to take over. And usually when she has to take over, she gets a lot further, a lot faster anyways. Nobody takes me serious still, even though I'm 26. I'm still treated like I'm 15, and nobody listens. So I was even just, like, nobody would just give me an appointment. They're like, oh, we need authorization from your insurance company. It was like, I don't need authorization to see a physician. And then, when they were talking to my mom, they're like, I don't understand why nobody just gave her an appointment. I was like, that was kind of my point, guys. But, so it was a little bit of a hassle and a little bit of a headache, but we got through it, thankfully. And I'm very, very, very thankful, so much, beyond words, to have support and to have help with phone calls and stuff when I do need it, because sometimes you need a break, but stuff still needs to get done as soon as possible. Speaking of as soon as possible, my endocrinologist wants this tumor out in the next 2 weeks. I don't think that's a realistic time frame, but that's what he says, so we'll just see. All right, I think that's it.